Hello everyone, just for goodbye, back to another video, and tonight we're going to be looking at the Transformers Studio Series 102 Optimus Prime. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought of the video, or would you like to see next in a video. So onto the figure himself. Here we have him in his pretty nicely done truck mode. Yeah, the bag could have been done better, but it doesn't bother me as much as some other people that I've seen. So, yeah, it's not too bad. But let's get a close-up on all that detail. Focus, thank you. Get the nice transparent smoky gray for the windows. Silver for the, whatever that piece is supposed to be. The grill, the line that goes all the way up. And the headlights, so very nice. Get the gunmetal gray for the actual front bumper thing. Oh, and the silver for the wind vane. So there's the line. Get the black for the actual side window. I wish these were done in silver, but I guess the paint went somewhere else, which is, I guess, fine. Can do that myself if I really wanted to. Get the nice silver for the rims on the wheels, which is, really good. And no paint on the back. But one thing I do like is they actually molded in detail here, like it's the actual back of the truck, which, you know what I mean. So, yeah, not too bad. He rolls pretty good, at least four of the wheels. These back ones don't like to hook up on mine for some reason, and I got everything lined up within here. So, I don't know. Could be user error, could not be user error. I don't know. But speaking of the wheels, I do love how they are molded. Like, seriously, they look so good. They look like actual tires that you would see on a truck, which okay, yes, I know these are actual tires from the truck, but you know what I mean. But anyways, for a real quick size comparison, here we have G2 Sideswipe. So, not too bad. And see, this is what I was meaning. Like, Sideswipe's wheels are flat with no detailing on them other than like right here. Whereas Prime has actual molded treading tires, which is, nice. Anyways, enough about the tires, Bob. Come on. Anyways, he has two accessories. He comes with a sword and gun. This gun is just done in this plastic, the gray plastic. While the sword is done in blue plastic but painted gunmetal gray, which is very nice. Got some nice sculpted detail as well. Now, both of these things can store. The gun has two pegs on either side, and you get your choice of slots. You get this slot or that slot. And just go ahead and tab in the gun. There we go. Nope, tab in. There we go. And there's that storage. Now for the sword, you want it going like this. And there is a peg hole right in here that this one will be going into. It might be easier to split the legs just enough to go ahead and get this in. Get that in. Come on. Split. Thank you. Yeah. And then this piece will be going right into that screw hole right underneath. And just sitting there. Get these canisters flipped out again. So there you go. It kind of fills it in a little bit. Not very much, but it's enough. So, yeah. Overall, not a bad looking vehicle mode. Yes, like I said, this is not the best, but it's fine. Doesn't bother me. But let's get down to transformation. So you want to remove the weaponry, and we'll get to the sword when I get to it. So where shall we start? Let's start with the feet. So you want to go ahead and flip in these canisters on either side. Next, come here and just split them. Get the sword out of here as well. Get the sword out, thank you. Come here to these sections and untab them. And untab them. You don't have to bend the leg to do it. Come down to the feet, flip them out, rotate 90 degrees towards you, or towards would be the top of the truck. Then take these blue panels on the inside and flip them down almost all the way. I would say right about there. Then just straighten this entire thing out and tab it in. And then this will also tab in back here. Can be a little bit snug, but there you go. You heard that click. hopefully. So go ahead and do the same thing for this side. Rotate all around, snap that in, and there you have a pair of feet all done. So next you want to come up to the bumper and just untab it, bring it down for right now. Go ahead and take these two gray panels and flip them over. Next, untab this panel right here on the other side. It is pretty tight on my copy, so I have to use a spudger. There we go. Spudger. Honestly, guys, I cannot recommend spudgers enough. They are very nice, assuming I can actually get in. There we go. Spudders are so nice. All right. Next, you want to come to these panels right here and flip them up. Stay down. Flip up. That will allow you to rotate the arms out, all G1 Prime. Then you want to rotate the arms up like he's going to surrender. But instead, you're going to be rotating using the shoulder joint as your leverage to rotate that piece up. So then you want to straighten the arm out, rotate 180. Then you want to go ahead and flip up this gray panel. Then flip it in at this hinge, then this hinge. So flip and flip. Then you move, open up this panel, flip out the hand, and just put it back. There you go. There you got an arm all done. Do the same thing for this side, using that whatever thing as a fulcrum. So flip in all these panels, then open that, flip that around, and there. Next, you want to go ahead and rotate at the waist 180. Then raise up the camera so you can see what I'm about to do. Then just go ahead and flip in the tires. Then rotate up at the ab crunch. This will tab in between right here. There we go. Bring the arms down. And then if they haven't done on you already, go ahead and pop these off. They're pegged in, so that way you'll be able to move the legs out. There we go. And then finally, split the chest open like he's going to light the darkest hour. Flip around that gray panel. Flip down that panel. Then just rotate those back in, and there you go. There you have SS-102 Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And it's a very gorgeous looking robot mode. So let's get a close-up on that head sculpt. There we go. I love the molded detail on the battle mask. Looks very nice, especially with the gray paint. Get the nice blue for the eyes as well. So yeah, not too bad. Now for articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so you get a little bit of sass side to side. Can do a full 360. Can look up a pretty decent amount. Look down, not too much. Arms can do a full 360. In and out at the transformation joint, and he can also hit himself in the head. So, okay. Gets bicep rotation. Double joint elbow, so you get the full range of movement. You get a wrist rotation, a little bit of forward and backward movement at the wrist as well. He does have an ab crunch, which is very nice, but it kind of looks a little disorienting, but I mean, from certain angles, it'll be fine. He gets a waist rotation. Legs can go forward at a drop down joint right there, full range. But backward is where it suffers because it's practically non-existent. But you get a thigh rotation, over 90 degree of knee bend, and the feet can do both side to side and up and down with rotation as well. So he is pretty posable except for the backwards, which sucks, but oh well. So, but for the weapons, if you don't want him to be using them for some reason, you can store them back here on these two pegs, or these two slots, whatever. The sword will just plug in right there, and then you'll be using the tab for that as well. There we go. So there you go, if you wanted to store it. But he is a prime, and he should be ready for battle. So for the gun, you just want to go ahead and flip in the hand like we are going to alt mode. And it will just plug in right in there. There we go. And then for the sword, you got two options. You can plug it in at that piece right there. And I mean, that doesn't look bad, mind you. But It's not my cup of tea. What is my cup of tea is using this peg right here and going into the slot right in there. So there we go. If you wanted to have them that, or he can actually hold it as well if you wanted to. But, I prefer it. Oh, not like that. I prefer it like that, personally. So, all right. For a real quick size comparison, here we have G2 Sideswipe. Honestly, that is a pretty decent scale if this was G1 or he was Bayverse, Nightverse, whatever verse, movie verse. How about that? So, yeah. Honestly, this figure is absolutely amazing. He is a lot of fun to mess with. Good posability, except for the backward movement on the legs. But I would not pay eBay scalping prices. First of all, they need to learn to not do that crap. But unfortunately, they're not, because there's people still going to pay that price. But second of all, and don't quote me, but I'm like 90% sure he's getting a package refresh next year. There was so many leaks and all that as well that some stuff does run together, especially the movie stuff. Like I know uh, Widow, I think is the name, is one of the leaks, because I know TFW 2005 is really excited for her for for some reason. I personally don't see the appeal, but it's not what's going to be everyone's cup of tea. But this figure, this you yeah, this figure is worth the MSRP. So yeah, that's about it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and stay tuned for more video reviews.